is not homeless. They have permanent housing. They were given this housing about 6 months ago. Every day since, she has slept on the sidewalk, sometimes all night. She has an apartment to go to, but does not. This is the perfect example of someone who is not prepared for housing. All she knows is the streets. And this is why she comes out here every single day. Now, someone driving by, they're like, oh my gosh, it's a homeless woman on the sidewalk. Why is anyone helping them? Well, someone did help her, but she's still out here. Now, imagine a politician driving by or a voter. They're going to vote for more funding for homeless services because they're going to see her and be like, wow, this is triggering. I really want to help. But you'd be surprised that many homeless people you see on the streets actually live indoors, or at least have access to indoors, but sleep outside. And that's the sad reality, because the fact is there's no tracking tools, there's no oversight, there's no really way of tracking where they are or who's being helped. And that's the biggest problem with this dysfunctional system, is because there's no oversight, things like this just get overlooked.
This is nothing new, and I grew up around homelessness. Not that I was ever homeless or it was ever, in danger of being homeless at all. But it was more or less about the fact that I went to school around homeless people. Some of you that went to Cass Tech in the earlier years, in the 90s and the 2000s, you know that Cass Corridor was ripe for drug use and homelessness. And even if you went around the store to go to the parking lot, or you went to the corner store, you were going to be bombarded with this lifestyle. And I've done a lot of volunteer work. Years of volunteer work, right? And even to the point to where, I've fed them, I've spent time trying to find, shelter for them. Even today, I still spend a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of resources helping people that are homeless. And it's become a passion project of mine in the past. But what I've realized over the years is that the overwhelming majority of people that are on the street, the overwhelming majority of people that you would deem as homeless.
All right, why are we going to war against homeless people, trying to make it seem like everything is on them, not the system? Clearly, that person got drug issues. If you've never been on drugs, who are you to judge how that affects them? Yeah, a lot of homeless people want to be out on the streets when they got drug issues. That doesn't mean that they don't need help. Housing was probably the least of that person's concern. And it was the system's concern because of how it makes the system look. But they're not addressing the issue of homelessness. Those people have drug issues most of the time. Their drug issues need to be addressed. Nobody's sitting up there going to war on drugs for real. They was claiming it, but it's still going on. And you can tell that by looking at the homeless people on the streets. Not saying all of them are out there because they're on drugs, but it's a reflection of the system, point blank period, that it's not working for the people. The better the system works, the less homeless people you have, regardless of what they're out there for. You can't sit up there and slap a Band-Aid on it and expect the issue to go away, right? Yeah, this person has a house to go to, but they wasn't out there because that ain't the root cause of their issue. The drugs are. The lack of opportunities for others. Some is drugs, some is just lack of opportunity, lack of motivation, lack of support. All these things are are part of the problem when it comes to homelessness. So the fact that we're making videos to try and make it seem like, oh, it's not the system, it's them, is crazy to me. They need help regardless. This shouldn't even be something we're debating. For every homeless person out there, that's a person that has nothing to lose. And depending on how deep their issues go, that could blow back and harm us. Harm the children, harm whoever. We need to be taking care of people's mental health as well as keeping them off the streets.